Good morning. Welcome to your 6:30 regular news broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Will.
And I'm Will. And this is Ferda News at 6:30. I'm glad you could join us today on a beautiful Saturday morning, Will.
Thank you, Will.
Interesting stories brought to the table today. Be sure to tune in for the whole broadcast for lots of important news. Let's take a look at the headlines. We have a special broadcast involving a local Oak Harborian and a successful farmer.
Lots of international news going around the world today. We'll discuss that topic after our special broadcast.
Local news and updates on construction going around the great town of Oak Harbor.
Your daily traffic updates before going out to work.
And of course, the local weather for our best weathermen giving you the up-to-date reports.
And after weather, we will go to our professional sports analyst for the news that day.
Let's go to our head reporter, Carson Lighty, live on the scene so our listeners and watchers can enhance their knowledge on agriculture.
All right, thanks, Wills. I'm here live on the scene with Braden Hayes, avid farmer, lady expert, and cattle connoisseur. Braden, how you doing today?
Good, Mr. Lighty. How are you?
Not too bad. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions pertaining to your farming business. So first thing I got for you, how is this oddly warm weather or winter weather affecting your cattle farming business?
You know, that's a great question, Carson. I'm glad you really asked it. With the weather being warmer than normal, we're facing a lot of slush on the lots and a lot of mud in the cattle pens. And I've seen a lot of respiratory infections as of the last couple of weeks, just from up and down. Just like you in weather, cows get sick, and normally when it is, it's actually more severe.
All right, perfect. I'm glad you said something about illnesses. My second question for you was, how do you go about keeping your cattle healthy during the winter months?
Well, I myself am a certified vet, so you can call me Dr. Braden if you'd like. So we always take medical things very serious here. We have our own, like I said, veterinary cabinet, tons of medicine. If we see anything that needs to be treated, the first thing we do is treat it. We're always keeping the barns as clean as we can, practice good sanitation and stuff. So we, in theory, shouldn't have to worry about that, but it's going to happen.
All right, perfect. My third question for you, do you think that ladies tend to, I don't want to say draft, but do you think they kind of move towards cattle farmers?
Oh yeah, I'd say that's an absolute that ladies love cattle farmers.
I have a good friend, and he owns a goat business. Would you say that they flock to goat owners as well, or is it specifically cattle farmers?
Well, this good friend you have is also a good mate of mine too, and through past experiences, I can say that cows are where it's at, and goat people get no women at all.
All right, good to hear. Ladies, FYI, I'm single. All right, back to you, Wills.
Thank you, Carson. That's weird. Anyways, welcome back. Will, let's talk international news. With the holiday season coming, electronics are a height of the season. Many children looking to get a new cell phone, including me. Please, I need a new one.
All around the globe, citizens believe that cell phones have been a positive enhancement for technology, while the U.S. thinks otherwise.
I agree. Over the entire world, 57% of the population says that phones are a good thing, while 35% say otherwise. And here in the U.S., 64% say that phones are a bad thing. That number is drastically different from other countries. One main cause of that high number could be the impact of social media and cyberbullying.
So what could be seen in the foreseen future, Will?
Well, Will, we could see the U.S. start to decline the use of cell phones in every way except beneficial.
I honestly can't even see our population going 2 minutes without their cell phones, especially the girls at Oak Harbor High School. They are always on their phone.
True that. Our country could fall behind on the technological advancements in our world. Well, Will, we rambled enough. How about we take a quick commercial break and come back to our local news?
I think you're right, Will. We'll be back, folks.
You guys are some nice big goats. Oh, hey guys, I'm Leroy Jenkins and welcome to WR Pet and Zoo. I'll take you guys on a little tour here, so let's go ahead and get started. These are my goats. I got 14 goats around here. These are my prized possessions. I take good care of them. I feed them and water them 2 times a day each day. For a small price of $5, you can come and pet them and feed them all day long. I'm open from 8 to 8. So let's go ahead and take a little tour. Follow me. These here are all of my goats. We got 4 baby goats that are not even a month old. So go ahead and zoom in on those here. We'll get a little interview. This is a girl. Her name is Spot. So everybody say hi to Spot. Okay. This here, another special edition on WR Pittons, and we got cats around here, so I know everybody loves cats, so everybody can take a little picture. Alright, so let's keep on moving. We got our farmhand, Bobby Jenkins, over here. Howdy, friends. How we doing? I am not related to Bobby Jenkins, although we do have the same last name. His sister's my sister, but he's not my brother. Don't worry about that. See here, this is Snoop Dogg. This is our newest goat, and here's the rest of our farm. So just go ahead and take a call. It's about 1-800-PET-A-GOAT. That is 1-800-PET-A-GOAT. You can visit our website, wrpetandzoo.com. Thank you, friends. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, Will, how about we tune into our reporter Braden Hayes and see what he has to say about our local Oak Harbor news?
Man, that guy in the commercial is a good-looking guy. Oh, crap, sorry. I got a little dreamy. I agree, Will. Will's out. Braden, to you.
Thank you, Wills. For today's section of local news, we are going to talk about some local news, obviously. The Friendship gas station is still not pumping gas after 4 months, but, I do forgive them because their fried chicken is pretty good. But I always go to Lucky for mine, me being a farmer and all, I would rather support local. Another local news is the township guys put the Christmas decorations up on the road, so those look really nice. There is really one more thing of local news I can think of because it's Oak Harbor and we don't have much. Our beloved Davis Bessie is getting threatening letters, but it's not just Davis Bessie. There's 12 places that have gotten these threatening letters, and you're only going to see it here on this news because we got a direct source from the FBI about this. So pray that we don't all get nuclear exploded anytime soon. Is there anything else? No. No? All right, back to you, Wills.
Thank you, Wills. Good morning. I'm Carter Lighty with your traffic this morning. So far, traffic has been quite normal this morning. There hasn't been too many crashes that we know of course. Lately, I have been noticing that traffic has been starting to increase from 5:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. That is just what I've been noticing. So if you are going to work, you might want to head off to work just a little bit earlier, maybe 5 to 10 minutes if you want to get there in time. There has also been an uprising of crashes. Last year, there's been an uprising of 7% of crashes since 2019 to now. Basically saying that there's more morons on the road than there was before. What is this?
Is that the news? Look at me, Mom. I'm on the news.
Well, there you have it. I mean, don't drive like that if you don't want to die. Thank you, Wills.
Glad to be back, Will.
Me too, Will.
Coming from the CNBC, Chinese President Xi Jinping has been with more than 25 powerful leaders of the world, including U.S. President Joe Biden.
It has been revealed that Xi and Biden have started having mutual feelings towards each other, which, if you ask me, is not weird at all. Xi wants to regain strength with outside countries such as the United States.
It's kind of like a bromance. Director of Beijing, Xin Yumi, states that we need to handle our relations on equal footing by respecting each other and in a win-win cooperation. Rather than, as the U.S. said, the U.S. is dealing with others from a position of strength. That's not equal.
Heads of Japan, South Korea, Australia, Indonesia, and Italy, which in Utah is completely fine, met with both Xi and Biden the last several weeks based on government announcements.
That's a lot of good info coming from us, guys. Let's cut to our great weathermen, Adam and Ian. Go to you guys.
Good morning. Thank you, Russ. I'm Ian. It is a really chilly day out here. We got some overcast and it's slightly windy. We got some about 10-mile-per-hour winds blowing due west. It's very cold. Some temperatures in the high 30s to the 40s. And it's very cold for me, so I'm going to pass it on to Weatherman Toomey for the forecast.
Well, tomorrow it's going to look like 43 degrees, light rain showers, supposedly. You never know with Ohio weather. Then Friday, it's going to be a high of 43, about just the same as Thursday. And then your weekend, it's going to be mid-30s, but you can expect around 10 to 20 mile-per-hour winds. And so that is going to drop the feels like temperature down to about like 30. So it's going to be real cold out there. And
once it starts getting real cold in the 30s, you can expect some snow. We got this beautiful premier sledding hill that's going to open up, and you're going to see a bunch of children and people playing all the time. You expect a good time.
if you want to come out here when there's snow on the hill, it's a great time. Went there for years. Always a blast. And it's way too cold out here. Back to you, Wills.
Want a break from the ads? If you tap now.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Thank you, Wills. I'm Luke.
And this is Hayden.
And we are your Ferta News professional sports analysts. Today we have a bunch of interesting topics we want to cover, including local sports here at Oak Harbor High School, the fantasy football championship coming up and having the Super Bowl, and we want to cover the college football championship. So, Hayden, you are a basketball player. Do you think getting an interview with Mr. Sweet today is going to be easy?
Probably not. It's probably going to be pretty hard for you. I mean, the questions you asked were pretty straightforward, so I guess we're going to see how it is.
That's how we roll here at Ferta News. We're straightforward to the point. So later on in the segment, we're going to have interviews with our basketball, wrestling, and swim coaches. And we got a couple questions that we want to ask them about the start of their season and how they're thinking the season's going to wrap up. So for now, we're going to transfer over to that, and we'll get your interviews for you.
All right, Luke. I see a swim member coming up here. Let's go interview him.
Yeah, it's our next best option. We couldn't get Coach Sorg. Excuse me, sir. So we know that you are one of our senior swimmers, and we tried to get an interview with your coach, and she is off in La La Land.
Always is.
So we figured you'd be our next best option. How's the season starting off for you?
We're both the boys and girls teams are starting off pretty strong. We're, I think, undefeated at this point. We have demolished every team that we've faced so far by a large margin. Everyone's dropping time like crazy. I mean, we're just all around doing great.
That's perfect. What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
My expectations are obviously keep my times low, work as hard as I can. Hopefully the boys team at least can make a district run for the title, and then try and get as many kids off the state as possible.
Do you think you're going to go to state again this year?
I mean, I hope, but you can never be too sure.
Now, another very pressing question now that we're asking you. Who is the better swimmer, you or your brother?
I'm going to choose not to answer that.
It's probably for the best. All right, well, hey, thank you. Well, good talking with you. Mm-hmm. We're standing here with Rick Edinger, senior wrestler. Got a couple questions for you.
All right.
How's the season kicking off so far?
Season's starting well. We got first place at the Bellevue Invite as a whole team, and season's going well overall. We got Hayden Burrow was MVP, first place for his weight class as well.
100 pins too, right?
Yeah, and he got his 100 pins, yeah.
How was the Montana trip?
Montana trip, we went well. I wasn't able to go, but I heard a lot of good things about it, a lot of improvement for the season onward.
All right, now where do you think you guys are going for the rest of the season? Are we on an uphill or a downhill?
I'd say we're on an uphill for sure. As Rockets, we're always constantly trying to improve, and so we have a level here, and we want to be about here by mid-season, and then top of the season, we'll be higher up.
So I take it you're planning on sending a good number to state this year?
Oh, yeah, we're going to take as many guys as we can to state. I'm guessing at least 5, probably.
Do you think you're going to be a state contender this year? Or?
Maybe. I'm only a second-year wrestler, but I plan on getting up there.
Well, we look forward hopefully seeing you down at the state meet, right?
Thank you, Luke.
Hi, I'm Hayden, and I'm here with
Isaac.
You play basketball. What position do you play?
I'm a forward.
Okay. How do you feel about the basketball season and the 0-4 start that you guys started out with?
Well, we started off pretty rough. We played some pretty good teams in the starting stretch, but I think we're getting it going now.
You guys play Woodmore tonight. How do you feel that's going to go?
I feel like if we play good, it'll go well.
Okay. How are you doing this season?
Pretty good. I had a few rough games, but overall, I feel like I'm doing good.
Well, Isaac, it was nice talking to you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hayden Craig, and I'm here today with
Cooper Schultz.
What position do you play in basketball?
I'm a shooting guard and point guard.
Okay, I heard you got moved up to varsity this week. How does that feel, and how do you feel that the season's going this year?
I felt good when Coach told me I was gonna sit varsity. I don't know. I just felt accomplished, and hard work paid off. This season it's going pretty well. JV's doing all right. I think they're 4-2, and varsity's starting to get on a roll. That's good.
That's good. It was nice talking to you.
You too.
This morning we have breaking news covering how some Florida Republicans flipped on the gay marriage vote. Nearly 5 months ago, Florida Republicans were split over a bill that would write same-sex marriage into federal law and protect interracial marriages. 6 GOP members from the state voted the bill when it came up in July, just a few months before they were all on the 2022 ballot. Fast forward to Thursday, and the number dropped to 3. Kat Kamak, Carlos Gomez, and Michael Waltz voted with the majority of the House, including all Florida Democrats, on Thursday to send the measure to President Joe Biden, who is expected to sign it into law. The 3 Republicans who flipped were Reps Mario Diaz-Balart, Brian Mast, and Maria Elvira Salzer. Coincidentally, Salzer was one of the only Republicans in the state who had a potentially tough re-election battle. She ended up winning by more than 14 points over her opponent, Anna Tadeo. To defend her decision and changing her vote, she responded to the public with a statement. I am disappointed to see the final House version of the Respect for Marriage Act did not include full protection for churches and Americans with sincerely held religious beliefs. I voted for the first version of the bill because I believe in human dignity and respect for all individuals. However, we cannot pass laws that advance one interest and bypass long-held legal protections for others. Tommy Garcia with the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee made a statement against Ms. Salzer, stating, Maria Salzer, vote changes shows Floridians that she is willing to say and do anything to get elected. Salzer's shameless vote against the Respect for Marriage Act sends a clear message that she doesn't believe people's right to marry whomever they love should be protected. The situation has left many distraught and disappointed in our leaders and those that are supposed to respect what is best for the people. Back to you, Wills. A sad story today. 4 young college students were brutally murdered in their home around the time of 3 a.m. on November 13th. Their names were Madison Mogan, Kayla Gonzalez, and Xana Crendel, in addition to Ethan Chapman. According to CBS News, the coroner said the victims were likely asleep. Some had defensive wounds and each was stabbed multiple times, and there was no evidence of sexual assault. According to NBC News, 2 victims were found on the 2nd floor and the 2 on the 3rd floor. There was also 2 more roommates on the 1st floor who slept through the killings and were not harmed. NBC News also states that the Moscow Police Department was called in the state police and FBI for help charting the victims' final hours and ruled out a number of people as suspects, including the 2 roommates who were in the house at the time of the November 13th killings. Police have also faced criticism from students and local community members for not providing more information about their investigation, including why they believe the stabbings were a targeted attack. Moscow police have said they recognize how frustrated the lack of news can be for the families and the public, but do not want to jeopardize the case. The case is heartbreaking and our hearts go out to the families and friends of our 4 victims. We will keep you posted as we find out more information. Back to you, Wills.
Well, Will, it's been a great broadcast.
And for Will, I hope you have a happy holidays.
All right, did we cut? All right. I am done with this. I'm out. Let's go. Get out of here.
I swear to God, if I don't get my cut.